Do you ever wake up in the morning, stretch your arms, and feel like your joints just don't want to cooperate anymore? Or maybe you've noticed that simple tasks, like climbing the stairs, carrying groceries,
Or even playing with your grandkids, leave you feeling sore and stiff. Here's the surprising truth. After the age of 60, our muscles shrink almost 1% every year, and our joints lose flexibility faster than we realize. But here's the good news. Nature has already given us powerful protectors. For centuries, certain herbs have been quietly helping people preserve their strength, soothe their joints, and stay active well into their golden years. Sadly, most of us never hear about them, or we assume it's too late to make a difference. That couldn't be further from the truth. In today's video, I'm going to reveal 4 incredible herbs that seniors can start using right now to safeguard their muscles, reduce stiffness, and even boost mobility. These aren't just old wives' tales. Modern science backs them up. Stick with me until the end, because you'll not only learn what these herbs are, but also how to use them effectively in your daily routine. Let's begin this journey to stronger muscles and pain-free joints. Think back for a moment. Remember when you could walk for miles without thinking twice? Or when you could bend down, lift things, or play sports without your knees protesting? For many of us over 60, those days feel like a distant memory. The reality is that aging doesn't just add wisdom to our years. It also brings muscle loss, joint stiffness, and fatigue that can make us feel trapped inside our own bodies. Here's the contrast. A senior who takes charge of their muscle and joint health can enjoy independence, mobility, and freedom well into their 70s and 80s. On the other hand, ignoring these changes leads to a slow decline, reduced strength, dependency on others, and the fear of injury with even the smallest fall. Why does this happen? Over time, our muscles naturally weaken, a condition called sarcopenia. At the same time, the cushioning in our joints wears down, leading to stiffness, inflammation, and arthritis-like pain. Add in years of wear and tear, maybe some poor diet choices, and reduced physical activity, and the cycle accelerates. Many seniors believe this is simply normal aging. But here's the mindset shift. Normal aging does not mean powerless aging. Modern research has shown that lifestyle changes, combined with nature's remedies, can dramatically change this story. Certain herbs have been used in traditional medicine for centuries, long before modern supplements and painkillers existed. These natural allies can help reduce inflammation, boost circulation, and even support muscle repair. Think of them as gentle, steady helpers working inside your body to keep everything moving smoothly. But here's the catch. Most people either don't know about these herbs or they underestimate their power. Instead, they rely only on quick fixes like painkillers, which may numb the pain but do nothing to heal the problem. Imagine the difference between patching a leaking roof with tape versus actually repairing the roof. That's the difference between ignoring muscle and joint health versus nourishing it with the right tools. By the end of this video, you'll realize that aging doesn't mean giving up on mobility. It means discovering smarter ways to care for your body. And these 4 herbs I'll be sharing, they could be the turning point that helps you live not just longer, but stronger. Here's something shocking. After age 60, 1 in 3 adults experiences significant muscle loss without even realizing it. And by the time we reach our 70s, nearly half of all seniors are at risk of falling because of weakened muscles and stiff joints. Falls are not just minor accidents. They are the leading cause of injury-related hospital visits among older adults. What's worse, many people don't connect these problems to what's really happening inside their bodies. The truth is, the root of this issue lies in sarcopenia and chronic inflammation. Sarcopenia is the gradual loss of muscle tissue that begins as early as our 40s, but it speeds up dramatically after 60. Pair that with inflammation, often caused by arthritis, poor diet, or even stress, and your joints become stiff, swollen, and painful. Left unchecked, this doesn't just cause discomfort, it robs you of independence. Imagine not being able to stand up from a chair without help, or fearing every step you take because your knees feel unstable. Now, here's where many people make mistakes. Instead of addressing the underlying causes, most seniors turn to painkillers and temporary relief methods. Pain medication may help in the short term, but it never strengthens muscles, rebuilds tissue, or nourishes joints. Another common mistake? Believing that slowing down and resting will prevent further pain. In reality, inactivity makes muscles weaker, bones thinner, and joints stiffer. It's a vicious cycle. The less you move, the less you can move. Another hidden danger is diet. A lifetime of processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats often leads to chronic inflammation. And yet, few people realize that what we eat can be as damaging or as healing as any prescription drug. The absence of anti-inflammatory foods and herbs in our diet makes the problem worse, accelerating joint wear and muscle breakdown. Ignoring this is not just risky, it's dangerous. Studies show that muscle weakness and joint problems increase the risk of falls, fractures, and long-term disability. Even everyday activities like cooking, cleaning, or gardening can become exhausting. The real tragedy is that so many seniors accept this as just aging instead of realizing they can fight back. But here's the empowering truth. With the right choices, including specific herbs, we can slow down muscle loss, reduce inflammation, and regain much of our mobility. The problem is real and widespread, but the solution is both simple and natural. And the sooner we act, the more strength and independence we can preserve. For years, I believed what many seniors believe. Stiff joints, aching muscles, and loss of strength were simply part of getting old. I thought my only options were to slow down, rest more, and maybe take the occasional painkiller when things got really bad. But then, one moment completely changed my perspective. I remember meeting an old friend at a community gathering. He was the same age as me, well into his 60s. But while I was struggling with sore knees and fatigue, he was full of energy. He had just come back from a hiking trip with his grandchildren. Curious and honestly a little embarrassed, I asked him, "How do you do it?" That's when he shared a simple truth I had overlooked. It's not about fighting age, it's about fueling your body differently. He explained how he had turned to specific herbs, not as a replacement for medicine, but as a daily support system for his muscles and joints. At first, I thought it sounded too simple to be true. But then he mentioned how modern studies confirmed what ancient traditions had always known. Herbs like turmeric, ginger, and ashwagandha could reduce inflammation, preserve muscle, and boost recovery. This realization was a turning point. It wasn't about finding a miracle pill. It was about working with nature instead of against it. I realized that instead of giving in to stiffness and weakness, I could choose to take action. And this wasn't just about avoiding pain. It was about reclaiming freedom. the freedom to walk, to bend, to dance, and to live life on my terms. That day, I promised myself, no more accepting decline as normal. I started researching, learning, and slowly incorporating these herbs into my daily routine. The results didn't happen overnight, but within weeks, I noticed less stiffness, and within months, I felt stronger and more confident in my movements. The hidden truth is this: aging doesn't weaken us, neglect does. Once we give our bodies the right tools, even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, we can rebuild strength and protect our joints. That realization gave me hope, and it can give you hope too. Now that we've seen the problem clearly and the turning point that changes everything, let's talk about the real solution. 4 powerful herbs that can protect your muscles and joints as you age. These aren't exotic, hard-to-find plants. They're time-tested, backed by science, and can easily become part of your daily life. One, turmeric. Turmeric is often called golden medicine for a reason. Its active compound, curcumin, is a natural anti-inflammatory. For seniors dealing with arthritis pain, turmeric can help reduce swelling in the joints and improve mobility. Imagine going from stiff knees in the morning to smoother, easier movements by simply adding a daily dose of turmeric tea or a small capsule. 2. Ginger. Ginger is not only a kitchen spice, it's also a powerful healer. Known for improving blood circulation and reducing stiffness, ginger helps muscles recover faster and joints stay flexible. Scientific studies show it can reduce osteoarthritis symptoms just as effectively as some over-the-counter pain medications, without the harmful side effects. 3. Ashwagandha. This ancient Ayurvedic herb is often called the strength builder. Ashwagandha doesn't just fight fatigue. It actively supports muscle growth and reduces stress hormones that weaken the body. For seniors, it can be a game changer. Stronger muscles, better sleep, and improved endurance. Think of it as a natural way to regain vitality. 4. Boswellia, Indian frankincense. Boswellia is less famous, but incredibly powerful. It has compounds that specifically target joint inflammation. Clinical trials show Boswellia extract can ease pain and improve joint function in people with arthritis. For seniors, it can mean fewer aches during movement and a smoother, more active lifestyle. Now here's the important part. These herbs don't work like instant magic. They're not painkillers. Instead, they nourish your body from the inside out. Think of them as gardeners tending to your muscles and joints, healing slowly, steadily, and permanently. With regular use, these herbs reduce inflammation, protect cartilage, support muscle repair, and improve overall mobility. When combined with light exercise, a healthy diet, and good hydration, their effects multiply. This is what makes the approach powerful. It's not about replacing medicine, but about creating a natural foundation of health. Instead of just managing pain, you're actively building strength and resilience. And here's the proof. Countless seniors around the world have used these herbs for centuries, and modern science is now confirming what tradition already knew. The exciting part? You don't need to wait. These herbs are available in teas, powders, capsules, or even fresh form in local markets. So the solution is simple yet profound. By embracing these 4 herbs, turmeric, ginger, ashwagandha, and boswellia, you give your body the tools it needs to protect your muscles and joints, no matter your age.
It's one thing to hear about herbs in theory, but the real power comes alive when we see how they've worked for real people, just like you and me. Let me share a few stories that show what's possible when seniors embrace these natural allies.
Case study 1. Mary, age 68. Mary had been struggling with arthritis in her knees for years. Walking more than a few blocks felt impossible. Painkillers gave her temporary relief, but she hated relying on them every day. After learning about turmeric and boswellia, she decided to give them a try. Within 3 months of taking turmeric tea daily and a boswellia supplement, Mary noticed something remarkable. She could walk longer distances without the sharp pain. Today, she enjoys long morning walks with her dog, something she thought she'd never do again. Case study 2. James, age 72. James was a retired teacher who felt his energy slipping away. His muscles felt weaker, and climbing stairs left him breathless. After starting ashwagandha and ginger as part of his routine, he reported a major shift. His stamina improved, and he felt less sore after gardening, a hobby he loved but had almost given up. His doctor was surprised to see how much his strength and energy had returned without any new medications. Case study 3. A couple's journey. Susan and Robert, both in their late 60s, decided to support each other in improving their joint health. They committed to replacing their morning coffee with a turmeric ginger tea blend. At first, it felt unusual, but within weeks, both noticed less stiffness in the mornings. The best part? They began walking together every evening, something they hadn't done in years. Not only did their health improve, but their relationship grew stronger as they encouraged each other. These examples aren't miracles. They're results of consistent, natural support. The lesson is clear. Whether you're dealing with arthritis pain, fatigue, or just the natural slowdown of aging, these herbs can help bring back strength and freedom. The key is patience and consistency. Remember, these stories are not about curing old age. They're about living better despite it. That's the true power of using herbs wisely. Now that you know which herbs can protect your muscles and joints, let's break down exactly how you can start using them today. Think of this as a simple roadmap, a step-by-step plan you can follow without feeling overwhelmed. Step 1. Choose your form. Herbs can be taken in many forms: teas, capsules, powders, or even fresh roots. If you enjoy a warm drink, turmeric and ginger teas are wonderful options. If convenience is your priority, look for high-quality supplements of turmeric with black pepper for absorption, boswellia or ashwagandha in capsule form. Step 2. Start small and consistent. Don't try to add everything at once. Begin with one herb, perhaps turmeric, and add it to your daily routine, whether it's a cup of golden milk at night or a morning capsule. Once that feels comfortable, layer in ginger, then ashwagandha, and finally boswellia. Consistency is more important than quantity. Step 3. Pair herbs with movement. Herbs alone won't work if the body stays idle. Support them with light, daily activity. Even 15 minutes of stretching, walking, or gentle yoga will activate your muscles and joints, allowing the herbs to work more effectively. Think of herbs as oil for the engine and movement as turning on the ignition. Step 4. Support with diet-reduce processed foods and sugar, which fuel inflammation, and add anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, berries, and nuts. A turmeric tea won't be as effective if it's followed by a sugary, processed meal. Herbs amplify results when paired with a cleaner diet. Step 5. Monitor your progress. Pay attention to your body. Keep a simple journal of your pain levels, stiffness, or energy before and after starting the herbs. This not only keeps you motivated, but also helps you notice improvements that you might otherwise overlook. Step 6. Consult your doctor. Before making any big changes, especially if you're on medications, talk to your doctor. Many herbs are safe, but it's always best to ensure they won't interfere with your prescriptions. By following these steps, You're not just trying something new. You're creating a sustainable, natural routine that can keep your body stronger and more flexible for years to come. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small wins, like walking without knee stiffness or sleeping better, are worth celebrating. Now, before you rush to add these herbs into your routine, let me share some common mistakes that can ruin your progress. Avoiding these traps will save you time, frustration, and disappointment. Mistakes are 1. Expecting overnight results. Herbs aren't painkillers. They work slowly by reducing inflammation and supporting muscle health from within. Many seniors give up after just a week, thinking it's not working. In reality, most people start noticing real benefits after 4 to 6 weeks of consistent use. Mistake number 2, ignoring quality. Not all supplements are created equal. Low-quality turmeric without black pepper extract, for example, won't absorb properly in the body. Always look for trusted brands, ideally with third-party testing, or use fresh roots when possible. Mistake number 3, taking herbs without lifestyle support. Herbs can't do all the work. If your diet is full of processed foods and you're not moving your body at all, results will be limited. Herbs multiply the benefits of good habits, but they can't replace them. Mistake number 4, skipping medical advice. Even though these herbs are natural, they can interact with medications, especially blood thinners or blood pressure pills. Always check with your doctor before making them a daily habit. Here's the key. The biggest trap is inconsistency. Taking herbs only when you feel like it won't build lasting results. Just like brushing your teeth, this has to be a daily routine. Avoid these mistakes, and you'll give your body the best chance to truly benefit. Remember, success isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about not sabotaging your own progress. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You wake up, stretch your arms, and instead of pain, you feel lightness. You walk into the kitchen, make yourself a warm cup of turmeric ginger tea, and step outside for a refreshing walk. Your knees don't ache, your back feels supported, and you move with confidence. That's not a fantasy. It's the reality many seniors experience once they commit to supporting their muscles and joints with the right habits and herbs. The long-term impact of this lifestyle is powerful. Stronger muscles mean fewer falls and greater independence. Healthier joints mean you can keep gardening, traveling, playing with your grandchildren, or even dancing with your spouse. Reduced inflammation means less reliance on medications, fewer side effects, and more energy for the things you love. Think about the difference. One path leads to stiffness, fatigue, and dependency, while the other leads to freedom, vitality, and dignity. By choosing the second path, you're not just extending your years, you're improving the quality of those years. Science is clear. Consistent use of anti-inflammatory herbs, paired with simple lifestyle changes, can dramatically shift how we age. Instead of just surviving our later years, we can thrive. The future is not written yet. And every cup of tea, every supplement, every step you take toward better joint and muscle health is like an investment, one that pays off with more active, joyful days. Imagine celebrating your 80s or even 90s not in a hospital bed, but on your feet, enjoying life. That vision is absolutely within reach. Here's the truth. Aging does not mean surrendering your strength, your mobility, or your independence. Too many people believe muscle loss and joint pain are just part of the deal. But we've seen today that there's another way. With the help of nature's wisdom, turmeric, ginger, ashwagandha, and boswellia, you can take back control of your health, reduce stiffness, and stay active well into your golden years. Think about it. Would you rather spend your later years struggling to get out of a chair or enjoying life, walking, traveling, laughing, and making memories? The choice is in your hands, and it starts with small, consistent steps. So, my final message to you is this: don't wait for tomorrow. Begin today. Brew that cup of turmeric tea, add a little ginger to your meals, talk to your doctor about supplements, and commit to moving your body every single day. Your future self will thank you because you're not just living longer, you're living better. If you found this video inspiring, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more health tips that keep you strong, active, and vibrant at any age.